Hi boys and girls, this is 1.2 of GoMath. Today we are going to be learning how to write numbers in standard form, word form, and expanded form. Now standard form is pretty simple. It's basically you writing out the number just as is. Word form and expanded form, and I've underlined them in green, are both a little bit more complicated because in word form you are actually going to be writing out the number in words. And then in expanded form, you're going to be breaking down a number by each place value. Let's start off super simple and easy with standard form. And I'm going to use the number, let's see, 135. There you go, pretty simple and easy. 135 written in standard form is just 135. And in word form, I'm actually going to write it out starting right over here all the way to the left. So we have 100, 35. So I'm going to write 35. Alrighty, last but not least, we have expanded form. Now pay close attention because I'm actually going to be underlining as I go. So let's start all the way to our left. We have a 1 in the hundreds place, so that would equal 100. Then I'm going to write a plus sign. Then we have a 3 in the tens place, so 3 tens is equal to 30. And then last but not least, in our ones place, we have 5 groups in there. So that means 5 groups of ones is just 5. So this is how you are going to be doing your video response question. But we're not going to use simple numbers like 135. We're actually going to work in the thousands period, and I will be removing these papers here, and we'll be using the chart to break down our numbers in word and expanded form. Alrighty, here is our first example. We are going to be writing 392,140 in word form and expanded form, and I'll be using different colored markers just to help distinguish between all the place values. Now, to help you see this better, I am just actually going to take a piece of paper and cover up these 3 numbers. That way we can just focus on the first 3 numbers. 392. When we're writing this in word form, in your brain, I want you to imagine this comma, this first comma, separating the thousands and the ones period as 1,000. So we're going to start writing our number. Once we get to that comma, we're going to say 1,000, and I'll show you what I mean. So starting over here in the hundred thousands, we're going to say 392,000. Okay, so 300 90 to little dash 92,000. Ran out of room. So 392,000. Now I can remove this piece of paper, and I'm left with 140. 140. Alrighty, so if it helps you out, you can cover these last 2 numbers. Just think of it as 392,000. And then last but not least, 140. Awesome. Now we can start writing numbers in expanded form. starting right over here, once again, in the hundred thousands place, I have 3 groups. So 3 groups of hundred thousands is going to equal 300,000. And now you can see why I've color-coded everything. Next, we have a 9, so 9 groups of 10,000. 9 times 10,000 equals 90,000. And now 2 groups of 1,000 is 2,000. Because 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. Okay, now we can go over here to our hundreds place. We have 1 group of 100, so that would just be written as 100. And then 4 groups of tens. Well, what is 4 groups of tens? 4 times 10. That would be 40. And then last but not least, we have 0 groups of 1. So you can write nothing, or if you want, you can just write plus 0. That is your first example. Okay, I'm going to show you another example, this time with a smaller number, 10,112. It's already written for you in standard form right over here in our chart. Let's hop right into word form. Okay, so once again, I'm going to get my piece of paper and I'm going to cover these last 3 digits. You can use your hand if you like when you do your video response question. And I'm just going to look at this number. What number is it? 10. But I've got a comma right here. What does that mean? That comma means I am going to write the word thousand. So I'm going to write 10,000. Alrighty, here we go. 10. I have a 0 in the 1,000s place, so I'm just going to leave it just like that. So 10,000. I'm going to lift this paper, and now I'm left with 112. 100. Then right over here, just gonna write 12. Awesome. Now let's write it in expanded form, starting with the 10,000s place. We have 1 group in the 10,000s place, so 1 times 10,000 is 10,000. That would be a 10 and then 3 zeros after. Okay, I have 0 in the 1,000s place, so you can write plus 0, or you can just skip out on writing anything right there for the 1,000s place. And I can go straight into the 1 group of 100. So I'm going to write plus 1 group of 100. So 1 times 100 is 100. Okay, now we're in the tens place. I have 1 group of tens, so that would just be plus 10. And then last but not least, I have 2 groups of ones. So plus 2. Here is your video response question. If you're a little bit confused because you don't see a number on here, that's because I'm actually going to tell you the number that you are going to write in standard form, word form, and expanded form. The number you are going to write in these 3 forms is 245,115. Once again, that's 245,115. Alrighty guys, good luck and you got this.